morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on? Welcome everybody to the House of Nerds show. We're live Sunday morning, baby. How's everybody doing?
Doing good, man.
Hey, Al, how you doing?
I'm great. I'm fantastic.
Fantastic.
Well, that's like a
Whoa.
exaggeration, but
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing fantastic. Uh, everybody, we got Omni City Comics. We got Carlos in the house today, man. What's going on, baby? How you doing? Uh, you hanging
I
out with
am
us today,
doing
man?
I am doing well, man. Super excited to talk comics. It was a good comic week. A lot of good indie stuff. I feel like every week I'm just adding more and more and more indie stuff to my pull list, man.
It's
And
crazy, bro.
it hurts my pocketbook, but it makes me happy. So I'm happy about that, and I'm just excited to be a part of this and yeah, talk some comics.
Awesome, brother. Hey, I'm excited to have you here hanging out with us today. Thank you for coming through. Uh,
Yeah.
for those for those who this is the first time meeting you, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where can everybody find you at, my man?
I am mainly on Instagram as Omni City Comics, and I use my page to recently. I've been using it to post up reviews of my favorite books.
Ooh,
I just enjoy discussing them. I enjoy having interactions with everybody that loves comics, and I hope that some of my reviews or some of my insights into the books that I love can help other people make decisions on what they want to read. And yeah, just have a place where I can express my love and passion for comic books, because unfortunately in my real life circle of friends, I'm like the only comic reader, man. So I have to have an outlet to just let all of that out, and I've been finding that on Instagram over the last 2 years.
yeah.
And yeah, man, I just like to again post reviews, post my favorite covers. If anybody watching or if anybody after this decides to go to my page, they're gonna see that I post up a lot of variant comic books because I love variant books. But yeah, I'm on Instagram, and check out my page. Hopefully, you guys will find something that you enjoy.
Hey, bro.
Aesthetically, your page is very pleasing to look at.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I try.
I was just about to say, Al goes on and on about your page, bro. She loves it, man.
Thank
She's
you, El.
always telling me, she's like, homie, how come you can't get the House of Nerd page or your personal page looking like Carlos's? I said, I don't know, man. I said, I just, he's crushing the IG game.
Thank you.
Uh,
I appreciate
yeah,
it.
man. But for sure, for anybody who isn't already, man, go check out Omni City Comics on IG, man. It is a dope page, man. I gotta say, bro,
Thank you.
and without sincerity, I love your reviews, man. You know, well thought out, well
Oh man,
articulated,
thanks.
and then without spoiling anything too, right? Because Al, I know Al. I think one time I put a spoiler ish review on my Instagram, and she blocked me for like a month, bro. For like a month, I said, shit, okay,
You know, I have to say, it's it's a delicate line to walk in not spoiling stuff, man, because
hey,
you get hyped, you get excited, and you want to talk about it, but you don't want to spoil it for somebody. You want people to enjoy it, but get enough of an idea of what the book is about. So it's hard, man. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm sitting down writing, and I go through like 5 drafts, and I have to like take stuff out, and I gotta think about it. But it's fun. I enjoy it.
that's crazy, man. That's crazy. So thanks for coming through.
Mhm.
Um, for everybody, or if this is your first time watching the show, uh, the format for today, we're gonna get into our week in review where we discuss our top three books, top three reads of the week. We'll get that kicked off shortly, and then Elle has been so kind as to curate a game of guess the artist for us, man. So I'm looking forward to that because all week she's been telling me how she's gonna stomp the fuck out of me. She said, "You're not getting one." Well, I said, "One, okay."
Mm-mm.
So I hope everybody brought their A game today, man. No cheating, man. No googling. No
Hey,
googling.
hey, man. Devices are off. Devices are off.
Okay, okay. Excellent. So we're gonna get into that after week in review, and then we're gonna close it off with oh, what are we kicking? What are we closing? Oh, Copper Drop. Copper Drop. We're gonna kick it up. We're gonna close it off with Copper Drop, and our book this week that we're discussing is "What's the Furthest Place from Here." I've seen quite a bit of discourse on that book online, so we're gonna get it into that at the end of the show, and then we got a little bit of announcement for you guys that we're happy about at the end. Yeah, Carlos doesn't know about it. The audience at home doesn't know about it, man. So we got a little announcement at the end of the show. Nice. So stick around for that one. Yeah, man, and you know, I gotta mention it real quick. You know, if you guys are digging what we're doing, man, you know, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Please subscribe because Elle doesn't subscribe to the channel. She said I won't do it from my personal account.
You haven't earned it yet.
No. She's been co-host. She's the co-host, but she's like still gotta earn it. So I know it's not easy to get that sub from everybody, but man, you know, we appreciate it. You know, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, right? Shall we kick it off, Al? Should we kick it off? Are we ready? Let's do it, man. Carlos, what was your week in comic books looking like, my man?
So for my number 3 pick was Provenance of Secrets. And I was pleasantly surprised of everything that this book had to offer. So a little bit of what it's about. It follows the story of, right here.
Yep.
And you know what? That cover they got posted up, I actually got that cover too because it felt like a movie poster, man. And it's
you got the exclusive as well.
I got it, man. Yeah,
awesome, bro.
It's gonna go on my display wall of, like, you know, horror / thriller, you know, kind of books.
I love it. It's gonna make up its way up here. I like that. I didn't even think about it. It does look like those old pulpy horror.
Yes. Yes, and I'm a sucker for those kinds of covers. So the moment that I saw the solicitation for it, I had to hit up my comic shop and say, "Give me a copy, guys."
For sure.
But yeah, I really enjoyed everything about it. The story, it follows a hard-nosed detective that is living in Los Angeles, and he throws himself into his work, into solving cases, and he does that so that he can basically keep himself from thinking about everything that he saw during the war. Based on like some of the dates that are thrown out, I believe that it was World War II that he that he was involved in. Yeah. And just because of all of the crazy stuff that he saw and all of the things that he experienced, he decides to take on the most difficult and the most like gory cases, you know, that comes across the police department's way.
Yeah.
And one day, a case that falls on him is the brutal and gruesome murder of an actor, and the murder involves a symbol, a mysterious symbol shown right there. Right there.
And what's that smiley face going on there?
That's the symbol he was talking about.
Yep.
It's the smiley face, yeah.
NSFW. For anybody working on Saturday, NSFW, just, you know, careful with the bosses.
So that the gruesome symbol is the smiley face, and what the killer carved it on the peepee?
No. He just limped it over. He just folded it over into
Okay. All right.
Maybe the killer wasn't as evil as I thought, because, you know, thankfully he left that part alone. I think maybe,
okay.
But
okay.
You know,
so she's okay. He's like, I'm gonna leave the pee alone. We're not talking about a degenerate.
He's like, ew, I don't want to touch that.
Yeah. He's a you know, killer with at least some dignity, you know.
Hey, I dig it, man. So a killer with different levels, clearly.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, not just not completely unhinged, right?
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah. But that symbol, though, that you see carved on that poor soul's just whole, chest, stomach, that symbol has popped up throughout the years, dating back as far as like the 80s, right? So he ends up, becoming even more determined to figure out what the hell exactly is going on here. And through his investigative, process, it leads him to a mysterious theater where the play that this actor was murdered, where that play is going to take place. And when he goes to investigate the theater, a lot of creepy, a lot of shadowy stuff starts happening, and the discovery that he ends up making is probably gonna head him down a path of some real darkness. And the way that it ends is a perfect setup, and it's that hook, man. It's that hook that just gets you and tells you have to pick up issue number 2.
For sure.
So yeah, like I'm completely on board for issue number 2. And what I really love about it, though, is that it's unique in the sense that the whole story is told through the narration of this detective, which, by the way, unless I missed it, Sergio, we don't actually get his name, right?
No, we don't. So
yeah.
We actually we reviewed Providence of Secrets here at the House of Nerd show a couple weeks back, and we were trying to figure it out too. I said, did we miss the name of the detective? So we just call him the detective.
That's what I'm calling him.
Yeah, man. And I gotta say, I echo a lot of your sentiments on the book. It's actually my number 3 read of the week as well, man. This is just a fantastic read.
Yep.
How everything builds up, how the mood is set, it's just the sinister kind of vibe kind of building, and then finally you get to that last page. Whoa. I gotta say, man, that art, man,
phenomenal.
How beautiful was that? Like
beautiful,
not beautiful, but it wasn't. What would be the word for that? But man,
disturbingly enjoyable. I'd say.
I like that. Disturbingly enjoyable, man. And these guys, man. So if you guys haven't, I don't know if you're familiar with the creative team. So we got Kiarn Tegan writing. We got Christian Dabari on art and Simon Go on as the colorist. They've done some other stuff together as well, including Tales Told in Technohor, which is another Black Caravan Scout imprint comic book. So
season 2's coming out, by the way. I'm so excited for that, man.
Ooh, how great was season 1?
Man,
season 1 is probably there's been a we got Kiarn, my man. Hey, thank you for coming here, buddy. We got Kiarn in the live chats. Man, he already knows, man. We love Providence of Secrets here at the house.
It was absolutely enjoyable, and I want to touch on just very quickly on how unique and how much I enjoyed the fact that the whole story was told through the narration of the detective. There is no actual there's no actual dialogue between him and other characters. And where that would, I would say, normally bother me in other books because you don't get that interaction between characters. For me, it allowed me to really get into the head of this detective and just experience what his personality is really like. I felt like he was talking to me, like we were sitting down at a bar having a whiskey together, and he was just telling me all of the shit that he went through.
It's very personal, going down this journey with the detective. And Elle, you had some great thoughts in our review about that first person narrative and what it did for the story. You wanna share with us some of your thoughts?
Yeah, I was saying how really the narration served as a storyline itself, right? It's in his unreliability as a narrator because of his past and what he's seen, and he only takes he doesn't take easy cases, he takes the difficult ones.
Mhm.
And just constantly being barraged with, you know, that kind of sinister shit, and like what does that do to the psyche? And so then it, you know, it just, and then with the ending, it made it, it's like, okay, like, is this happening?
For sure. And to touch on, you know, he throws himself into the work, and just like a touch of that, it really gives that background on the character. Why is he throwing himself into the work? You know, he's maybe got some of this trauma from the war, and he really kind of needs to just immerse himself to maybe kind of avoid kind of getting lost or down this kind of a tunnel of trauma, right? Yeah, I can't say enough about this creative team. You know, looking forward to issue number 2. Looking forward to season 2 of Tales Told
Yes.
and Techno Horror.
Already on my pull list, man. Already on my pull list.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Yep. So some great stuff from these guys, man. My number 3 for a reason. It was great. So for anybody who is not already picked up, Provenance of Secrets number 1. Please, guys, go out and get it, man. With all sincerity, this creative team, man, they kill it, man. They're on a book together. We're grabbing it. It's a must cop for real, man. Like
absolutely,
their synergy together, man. What they're able to do, like I said, building up to that point and that last page, heebie-jeebies, man. I got the heebie-jeebies. I had to look around and make sure, you know, I got spooked. It was great mood, great vibes, man.
Absolutely.
So that was your number 3, Carlos. It was my number 3 as well. What are we looking at? What was your number 2 read of the week, buddy?
My number 2, and it just inched out Provenance of Secrets only because I have been enjoying the story from the very beginning, and this just continues to like build up on it. And that is May's book. I don't have it. Yep. May's book number 3. Yep, there it is. Had May's book not come out, Provenance of Secrets would have been an easy number 2. Yeah, there it is, man. I got that cover as well.
I had to go with the variant for this one. Yeah, I dig it.
You know what's up, man.
Yeah. Number 2. Okay.
Yep. So May's book number 3 is my number 2 pick, and it's because this issue continues the absolute emotional tour de force that Jeff Lemire has been creating since issue number 1. For anybody that hasn't been reading May's book, just very quickly, it has to do with a building inspector that ends up losing his daughter to a sickness. We don't know what that sickness is, but she passed away about 10 years before the story takes place. And this main character, Will, he's lost pretty much any real joy in life, and he's taken upon himself to just try and go through the motions of life just to get through every single day, until one night he receives a mysterious call, and it's his daughter on the other line, and she says, "Dad, like, come save me. I'm in the maze." And this little girl, his daughter, she loved doing puzzles when she was younger, and he ends up discovering that there is a maze, a puzzle within the city. So he just focuses completely on trying to figure out and solve this maze that is somewhere within the city, and that he believes is going to lead to his daughter that is still alive. And in this issue, we see him pretty much letting go of everything else that is going on in his life, and the sole focus is just figuring out, where is the entrance, where is the center of this maze, of this puzzle, because I have to save my daughter. And every issue has been building to this almost like breakdown of his psyche, right? And we almost don't really know if he's actually imagining this. We don't know if it's him just completely losing it, Um, but it's everything about what a father, will do for, or a parent, will do for their child, and the kind of grief that they face in losing someone like a child. I don't have any personal experience like that, but the fact that Jeff Lemire can make you feel that, and he can make you just empathize with this character in the way that he does, is absolutely mind blowing to me. I'm not gonna lie. There have been a couple of times that I've had to reach for the tissues, man. Yeah, I gotta.
The old what is this? What is this salty discharge? What is happening here? Hey,
it's
I
rough,
I understand that, man. Wow. This book. Before I get into my thoughts, I know Elle, you read this book as well, yeah?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, and maybe a little bit on Carlos was talking about that perspective of grief and loss of a child, yourself, myself, parents. What did you think about May's book number 3, Al?
It was, as always, super depressing.
It's
it's interesting, like as a parent, for me, like I can empathize with his ex-wife a lot, because you are seeing not only one person you love but two people unravel. And so she's, I think it was an issue 2 where he goes to her house, and it's happening all over again for her. And so even from being his perspective, like he's on this journey trying to decipher, like in his mind, he's like, I don't think he thinks he's a hero, but he's the one who's trying. And I think on the flip side of that, for her, it's like she's trying too, but she's trying to move forward. And so I think he kind of villainizes her in that sense, because why aren't you out here, looking for her?
Yeah.
And so I think visually, though, this was probably my favorite issue for sure.
Oh my God.
It was great. I love it. I love it for so many different reasons. And May's book number 3. This actually this is my number 1 pick of the week. So I'll speak on this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it, man. I got to give it a little shout out. This is I love seeing stuff like this, man. This is the city of Toronto. You know what it is already. Born and raised, man. So anytime I see the city, being put out there like with the masses, I love it. But it's pretty cool. For those who are watching who might be for Toronto natives, I gotta say, and I'm gonna clue in Elle and everybody else. So the map starts at the location of our main character's apartment, is what he said, right? And
yes.
Then it leads to the hospital. So this is a real map of the city, down to every little thing. My man, it looks like, is living at the corner of Parliament and Shooter. So I know he's a G. He's a gang. He's living. He's a hood man. He's a Toronto hood man. So shout out to Lemire. Yo, he's not playing around. So that's how I know my man is gonna get shit done. He's from the hood. He's not playing. He's from Shooter. So hey, I got.
Is he from there, or did he move there because he lost everything?
He had to move to the hood because he lost. That it could be true. That could be true. But
you over here hyping him up though. He's a shooter.
He's had to adapt to the hood. He's fighting.
Not him being a building inspector by day. Hood shooter by night.
He's a hood man, bro. Hey, I'm putting it out there. It's canon, baby. It's canon.
But hey,
he did kind of check that guy who was like, "Oh, this is like a centimeter off," and he was like, "You're gonna do what I said." He did kind of go tough on him.
Yep. Yo, and you know what though? Whether he grew up there, whether he's actually from there, it don't matter, man. He's there now. That's a spot. That's a spot now.
Don't play around, man. It's Regent Park curves. But hey, listen, this a fantastic number 3, and you guys are saying it really did. It hits you in the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, consistently issue 1, 2, and 3. It's oh man, okay.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Really, man, it gets you emotional. If this book doesn't hit you in some kind of way, you're a fucking robot. Uh, yo, I'm saying, man. But it's
Um,
great. You know, I love what I love about this is the mystery, and it's unraveling, figuratively and literally, with the threads of the sweater and the
yep.
mazes themselves. And did you guys catch the connecting panels throughout some of the pages there? Like,
Yes.
so
Yes.
before this book was released, Lemire, excuse me, had teased. He put out like an image
Yep.
of, say, like 12 different pages from different issues, and how some of them would be connecting with this kind of little maze within the book, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, like, this book, there's like really, like, if you want to kind of dive into it, there's some kind of secrets in the way it's printed and the story itself is told.
Yep. Are
So
you are you talking about the post that Lemire put up in his studio where he had like all of those pages on the floor and he
yeah,
had that one, right?
yeah.
That post, I mean, I was gonna get it anyways because I read just about
Mhm.
anything that Lemire puts out, but it was that post that I said I have to get this book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I love that. I love going down this kind of almost unraveling of
Mhm.
the character's mind, and just, how this love, this grief for his child, how is just this driving force, man, and he's gonna do whatever it takes, eh? Uh, you can't beat that, man. Guys, I can't say enough. This was my number one book of the week. Every issue has been just superb storytelling. Hey, I
Yep.
love it, man. I love it.
Yep.
Uh, Go ahead and pick this up, guys, if you aren't already. Yeah, so that's my number one. That was your number two. Carlos, what is your number one, your top read of the week, buddy?
My number one pick, I did say that I would read just about anything that Lemire does, right? So
Mhm.
number one pick, Robin and Batman
Ooh, okay.
from
Okay.
Lemire and Dustin Nguyen on art. So before I get into the actual book, a little backstory on me and DC. I had been away from DC for a couple years, to be honest, and was really only doing Marvel and indies. But over the last couple months, I've been dipping my toes back into DC, and some of the books that I've been enjoying have been Batman books. I know that people say, "Hey, there's way too many Batman titles. It's nothing but Batman." But the Batman stuff that I'm reading, it's not even like the main Batman titles. It's more of like the Black Label and these kinds of books like Robin and Batman.
Yep.
And they've been fantastic. The other book that was almost going to make my list also was Batman the Imposter. But Robin and Batman ended up taking my number one spot.
Wow.
Because
Okay.
Because of the fact that I absolutely love the focus on Dick Grayson. And I think that this book is aptly titled Robin and Batman, not Batman and Robin, because of that focus on Dick Grayson, a kind of focus that I don't think that we've, and anybody can, jump in the chat and recommend other books, other story arcs. But I think that this has been one of the deepest dives into really getting into Dick's mindset. And it takes place when he is just starting out as Robin. Actually, before he even takes up the mantle of Robin, this is from the onset of the training that he's doing to prove himself worthy to Bruce, in terms of being able to actually go out on the field on a consistent basis with him.
Man, look at that art, bro.
The,
I am digging
the,
that.
the art,
Wow.
I'm a huge Dustin Nguyen fan.
Yeah.
I mean, eh, just the fact that they're working on another book together and it's like Batman and it's my favorite Robin, I had to get it, right. This Dustin Nguyen's art is absolutely amazing. And what I love is that uh, there's been an ongoing theme in Dick Grayson's career as Robin, as Nightwing, even when he took up the mantle of Batman. Yo, by the way, this image that you just put up, this is the highlight panel for me in the book.
That's dope.
Like,
That's dope.
oh, that Batman, that Batmobile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was telling Sergio before, I was like, I wasn't looking for this book, but when I was doing your pages last night, I was like, oh shit, now I have to read it because it looks sick. Every page is
this.
Did you read it though? Did you end up reading it?
Yeah, I'm gonna read it today. You know.
Oh, okay. Hey, listen.
I was too busy reading my mid picks, so sorry.
I guess you got Elle on board. Listen, bro. In all honesty, man, I read very, very little superhero books these days. Yeah, but I'm picking this up. Just guy, that is a gorgeous looking book.
Yo,
man. That's
pick this book up. Bro. Pick this book up, and what people are, I'm telling you, man, every scene, every page by Dustin Nguyen is a cinematic experience. Wow. Mind blowing for me. And what you enjoy and what people will enjoy is that you don't need to have, honestly, really any backstory too much into, like, you know, Dick Grayson's career as Robin or Nightwing. It's a perfect jumping on point to just enjoy the story. Mm-hmm. But for those that aren't too familiar with Dick Grayson, and even those that are, it's been a running theme throughout, as I was mentioning, throughout his career as Robin, as Nightwing, and even when he took up the mantle as Batman for a while, that he's always fought falling into the same darkness that drives Bruce. He doesn't want to become Batman. He doesn't want his life to become that. And even though he has, you know, pain and he lost his parents the same way that Bruce does, what motivates him is more wanting to, you know, to actually do good for the sake of doing good, and not necessarily a mission of vengeance, right? That's been a running theme throughout his career. And comic history. But this book really gets into, you know, why he feels that way. And it's very interesting to see that when he's a little kid, you know, because he's had these ideas of not wanting to be consumed by his grief and his pain from the moment that he was a little kid, you know. The moment that he was a little kid. And it's really interesting to see that, and how these thoughts and these ideas shape him and shape his career when he finally becomes Robin, when he becomes Nightwing. And you can even see the echoes of those sentiments in the current Nightwing run by Tom Taylor. Mm-hmm. So I just love the fact that this book focuses so much on him. You know, who he is, where his mindset is at, and what drives him. And also the interactions that he had with Alfred, beautiful, man. Alfred's been, you know, an absolute pillar of the Batman family, the Batman mythos, and seeing, you know, Bruce, Alfred, and Dick have, you know, conversations, have interactions so early into Dick's career, it was just great, man. And Jeff Lemire is an amazing writer. So the pacing and the way that he takes you from beginning to end, and the way that he depicts, you know, a kid that has lost his parents and that is thrown into this incredible world of, you know, masked vigilantes, of, you know, villains, and training to become a crime fighter. You know what that can do to a kid. I mean, I can only imagine, but it feels believable.
It looks great. It sounds great. Awesome. I didn't pick up a physical copy, so I'm gonna have to run
Do it,
back
man.
out, run some errands today, and grab this, man, because that's just too gorgeous not to pick it up.
Yeah.
And it sounds like the story is strong as well. I mean, it's
Yep.
your number one pick for a reason.
Yep.
Uh,
So
so
that's mine.
myself and Al might have to I don't know, maybe next week we'll touch on this one. Yeah, we didn't get it in this week, but it looks great, man. So your top three was Providence of Secrets, number
Yep.
one. Number two was Maze Book,
Maze
number
Book.
three, and Robin and Batman, number one. And this is
Yep.
one of three, eh? Three issues. Gonna
Three
be?
issues. First
Hey,
issue,
I mean,
guys.
it
Guys,
can't go wrong, man. It's
keep
not
on
it's
it.
not a crazy commitment. So
Nope.
go out and pick this one up, man. That's your top three for the week. Elle, we've got
Let's hear it.
Save
everybody
the
in the
worst
live
for the
chats.
middle. Am I
They're
right?
getting restless. They want to hear. They're getting restless, Al. They want to hear your
Oh
top
man.
three. You got lots of love here, man. What's going on?
It really feels like a lot of hate, but it's okay.
Never.
So my number 3 pick is My Date with Monsters. Hear me
Okay.
out though. Paul
Okay.
Tobin, Bunny Mask. Andy MacDonald, I Breathed a Body on art.
Okay.
And it's about like 7 years ago. There was an experiment where scientists were attempting to weaponize dreams. The
Mhm.
dreams got out, so the monsters are in the real world now. Like if you have a nightmare or something, they become reality.
Oh shit.
And yeah, that's it. No, I'm just kidding. So, right, the story focuses on a woman named Risa. Her husband was actually like the evil scientist guy who was like the lead on the project, and their daughter saw him get killed. So now her psyche is like the daughter's psyche is like kind of broken, and she's like one of the strongest portals for the monsters. So it's
Okay.
like really like it reads a little bit serious at first,
Okay.
but then you find out that like, oh, they're keeping her alive because, or they're keeping the mom like placated. The government is, because she created these pills called Blanket, and it kind of like takes the edge off of, so people don't dream, and it's like mandatory. Everybody has to take it.
Oh, okay.
But the
Mhm.
government is also, their side project is vetting soldiers that are not only like adept at skill, but they're attractive, because they think that finding her true love will heal the daughter's like pain from seeing her father die. So
Okay.
they're trying to like, it's like a dating, like a highbrow science military, and that is a eye butthole.
Hold on. Can can we zoom in? Is that I feel like
Just put
we
your
need,
face closer to it if you.
man. We got eyeballs popping out of the booty hole.
Yeah. I guess that's
Wow.
somebody's nightmare, right? Somebody's dream, somebody's nightmare, right?
Or sweet dream. I mean,
Yeah, that's I figured for you. That's why I picked
hey,
this panel.
hey, hey. I think it's too early in the morning to be getting into
Buttholes.
man. I'm only on one coffee, guys. Hey, no, but so it sounds like just kind of different ideas. Would you say that like a mix mash of genres or not?
Yeah, it's like a little bit of a rom-com, little bit of
Mm-hmm.
horror, little bit
Okay.
of action. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So you're
not what I was
digging
expecting it to be. I honestly wasn't even gonna. I love Paul Tobin. I love Andy MacDonald's art, but I wasn't necessarily looking for this book. But it was a really fun.
it. Joe's got a point.
Joey, yeah,
Joe's got a
yeah. I know
point.
you guys call yourselves the Butthole Bros, so
Mm.
your guys' group chat.
Man,
No,
man.
meh.
Hey, but yeah, I haven't seen too many people talking about this, but it's an aftershock book,
Mhm.
and Paul Tobin, who I dig what he did with Bunny Mash. So
Mhm.
yeah, all right, that sounds good.
And so this was like the sneak panel for like next issue. And like,
Oh,
speaking of nightmares, this made me so itchy. Like I don't even, and I think that's a testament to Andy MacDonald, because I Breathe a Body. made
I
me
was
want to
just
throw up every page. And this grossed me out. I was like, oh, the little arms, and
give
then
you the
all
creeps,
the little arms got little fingers. No, thank you.
man. That
And like it's not even feet, like they're hands. They're
Their
like
hands,
hand feet.
yeah.
They're like hand feet. The way
Ugh,
the
they're
way
like
that
happy. Yeah.
itchy.
the the way that I describe this book, also for people that don't know me, I like to like correlate comic books to movies as best as I can to just get like an idea. And
Mm.
I actually got a advanced review, an advanced copy of this. So
Mhm.
if anyone wants to also read like a review, I have it up on my page. And the way that I describe it is like Monsters Inc., but for adults with comedy, like Elle
Mhm.
mentioned. It's definitely that.
Okay. Well, I did get that Monsters Inc. vibe, to be honest. So I can see that. And and Al, you should have just led with this is illustrated by Andy McDonald,
I
because
believe I started off
I
with
don't think you
saying,
did. I don't think you did. But
mm,
but hey, listen, guys. Andy McDonald, man. If you're not familiar with him, go check out I Breathe the Body. His like kind of body horror illustration is some of the best in the game, man. It's uh I Breathe the Body was one of those books this year that just very unsettling to look at. Great stuff though, man. It's good. So I think you sold me. I think you sold me, Al. I mean, it sounds interesting for sure.
mm.
Yeah. So you're digging it. You're number three.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was fun.
Cool. Cool. How many issues are we talking about here?
I don't know. It's Aftershock, so what are we
Is it an
thinking? Like
ongoing,
4 or
or is it
5?
probably? Oh, it's probably like a mini.
It's
Yeah.
probably, yeah. It's
Yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
don't see this as being an ongoing.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. What was your number
My
three?
mid 2 pick was Nyx.
Now is it Nyx or is it NYX?
I think her name is Nyx.
Oh,
That's
it
what
is
she tells
Nyx.
people to call
Okay.
her.
Hey.
And Christos
Okay.
Gage and Mark Borstow.
Mhm.
I don't read a lot of Dynamite. I think at all.
Mhm.
I don't think I read any Dynamite books, but I saw this in the solicits a while back, and it sounded interesting. Like the daughter of a Jezebel and a mad god, and I know she was in Vampirella. I believe she was a character on there, and so
Okay.
they spun it off, and she has a new series, and it's just about this, half demon, half human. She's been alive for centuries, and she finally found love. But I did want to point out real fast, there were two things that did bother me about Nyx. Number one, when she's in her human form, she's blonde haired, straight eyed, woman. But when she goes half demon, she has pretty kinky hair and her facial features kind of spread. And I'm just like, I don't know if I like the messaging. And number
Mm.
two, when they're shooting at her, the bullets, they melt. And I'm like, were they only shooting at her boobs? Because if you see, like, she's like, yeah, these aren't gonna penetrate me, and then she just has like, splatter on her chest, only on the boobs. And I was like, that's an interesting place to only shoot. But
Man,
so
you
those are
gave
the two things that I was like, but overall the book was fun enough that I was like, oh, I'm in. This is cool.
well, shit. I mean, yeah, I made your top two, and a lot of love for the interior art. Looks like for this book. I haven't checked this one out yet. Um,
Me neither.
but it's interesting, Al, because you prep these screeners, and you omitted the exclusive that I got for you. That's
Did I?
curious there. What's going on there?
What was
Yeah,
it? Oh, I
crazy.
did.
Are you really?
Sorry. Do you have it on you?
No, I don't have. That's your book, man. I don't mess with your book. Hey, so there's I've got I'm gonna see if I can put it up on the social later on. I got this dope NYX Knicks exclusive variant available for sale, man. It's pretty sick. Um so I've got a couple of my customers, including Elle, who've grabbed that off of me. I'll put that up, make it available to
Nope.
everybody. But it's pretty sick, man. Eh?
Yeah, it was really fun. I was
Yeah.
surprised because I feel like there's a stigma behind a lot of Dynamite books that it's like aesthetically you're basically looking at, female bodies versus, actually reading anything of substance in a lot of those. And so I was really surprised that I was into it. I was like, oh, you know what? Is just trying to find love, half demon. Her mom, there's one scene where she's like, yeah, some people say, my mom was taken advantage of. She's like, she might have liked it. I don't know. And I'm like, what? And then there's like a panel of like her mom and like this big mad demon Chaos, and who is supposed to be worse than the devil because he was never an angel, who's her dad. And so that panel, I was crying. I was like, okay, I guess that's one way to think about your parents.
Everything about it sounds insane.
Yeah, it sounds crazy. It sounds fun.
So these demons in this panel, like, they came to basically try her because, what are you doing mingling with humans? Like, you need to go take the throne. You need to go, serve your purpose. And she's like, no, I'm in love.
Okay.
Everything for love. Everything for love.
And it's the first time she's been in love, centuries old, and so it's cute. It's like a puppy love.
Okay. Right. Demon puppy love. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
And,
I dig it.
And we got film noir. Apparently, she might recognize that demon from perhaps a past relationship. I think we've all been there. Shit, that fucking devil looks.
Oh, you did that one too.
But that's your number 2, Al. And so, hey, you sold me. So if I might have to go pull your copy of Nick's, and if you see
damn
fingerprints on the
maple syrup
on your issue there. Hey, you have nobody to blame but yourself. You sold this book. Remember, nobody blame but yourself.
No, it was really a fun read. I really had a good time reading it.
No, it does. It just sounds fun. In all seriousness, cool. What's your number 1 then?
And so my number 1 is A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. Number 2.
I got that too. Yep.
Yeah. So we can all talk about this because this was good.
Yeah. I think and what's crazy is, like, without many words in it, there's so much to talk about. There's and I think that's my favorite part about the series has been, like, the breadcrumbs, because they're not really giving you a lot to work with, but they're giving you everything to work with.
We might have missed that.
What word balloon?
I think we gotta go back to the previous.
Oh yeah. I left that in there for Ruben.
I didn't catch that infraction.
No.
Infraction. Ruben, thank you for pointing that out.
Ruben, there's gonna be a video going live later with your name written all over it, Ruben.
Man, that's
little blooper reel for you.
That's like 3 weeks in a row now, Al. You failed to scrub.
Oh, I guess you got to do all the screens now.
Okay, we're gonna have a talk about that after the show. But Righteous Thirst for Revenge is your number 1. Is my number 2. Did it make your top 3, Carlos? I don't. No, it didn't.
No, but I read it, and I have to be honest. It was considered for my top 3 because issue number 1 made it in. Because issue number 1 made it into my top 3 during the week that issue came out. But it's definitely an honorable mention to be included in the top 3. Absolutely.
So, Elle, why did it make your number 1?
Oh, I love everything about it. I love the character. Like, I'm like rooting for him, even though he might not be who we think he is. He's such a likable character without them even like trying to make you like him. Like, you're just compelled to see his journey through.
Yep.
And the art in it is like, there's like a symmetry to it. It's just so pleasing to look at. Like, everything, there's so much detail in it.
It is.
There's everything. I was just gonna say there's purpose to everything. I feel like every single page, every panel, there's a purpose to getting us to understand like who he is, right? Would you say that?
This
For
this
sure.
book is so good. I absolutely love the art. I love the street shots, the detail,
Oh,
and it feels like you're out there on the street. Like look at this, like that. I was stuck on that top panel, this page here, for
oh
like
yeah, that's one
5
of my
minutes.
favorite. Yeah.
I love it, man. It is so good. I mean, this is what comics is about, folks. Man, it does feel like just fully immersive, man. I felt a lot. I said, "Damn, I'm in Chinatown for real." So I mean, uh, if 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 you live in a big city, or maybe not even a big city, but and they have like a Chinatown. Here they have a couple in Toronto. The sights, the sounds, the
hmm
smells. It feels like that, man.
hmm
It feels like that. It's really great. Uh, Minimal dialogue again.
And I think what's crazy is like I don't even think I know exactly what's going on,
Me
but
neither.
I'm into it. I'm
The
like,
twist.
okay.
Yeah.
Because when I read the first one, I didn't read the synopsis. I just knew that I wanted to read it, right? Because
Yeah.
I saw the interiors. And so then I went online and I read the synopsis and I was like, that's what it's about? Like I didn't get that at all.
And L, correct me if I'm wrong, but we also never actually get his name, right? I got his name from the synopsis. I think his name is Sunny, right?
Okay, well, you just hold
Hmm.
on. Did it even show it on his mail?
No, I don't know. But it's
Yeah,
true.
no,
I don't think he's
yeah,
named.
we don't know
Which
his
I
name.
which I think is a discredit to the story. Like, why would you put that in the synopsis? Like, I think a lot of the synopsis is kind of spoilery because we haven't learned that about him in the first two issues. We don't know
Yeah,
anything. So
yeah,
why would you put that in the synopsis?
and
You
I
hit the
read.
nail on the head there, Elle, because you're right. Because this story is about, we don't know exactly who he is, right? This issue, uh, kind of throws in a big kind of twist there, and we're like, who is this guy exactly? So maybe it almost feels like it's better to left his name unsaid, right?
Yeah, I
Uh,
recommend reading it. Don't read
yeah,
what it's about. Don't
yeah,
read the synopsis.
yeah.
Don't read the back of the book. Don't do that.
And that's how me personally, like 9 times out of 10, I go into a book without reading a synopsis, knowing like next to nothing about it. I feel like that's the best way to experience personally. But man, I can't say enough good things about this book. Carlos, you had some thoughts, so you wanted to get into about this?
No,
Oh, I thought I might have cut you off there.
yeah. L said everything that I was thinking. The one thing that I do want to say though is I don't know if I should credit more Rick Remender or if I should credit the artist
hmm
Andre Lima Araujo, right? I think.
Hmm.
I mean, clearly they both worked on this, but I just don't know who to praise more.
And
Like it's just amazing what they've done with such minimal dialogue. I also don't know 100% exactly what's going on, but every single page just keeps me more intrigued and
hmm
just the scenery. And also, I'm a huge Benedict Wong fan, so I mean, come on, guys, like, it's just,
thank you.
dude.
Thank you. That's what I
And
said after issue number one. And I made the comment on the show, and I got crickets. And I'm like, really? Does
no, no,
nobody else see this is Benedict Wong's likeness?
no,
Come
no,
on,
no, dude.
come
The
on.
artist, the artist even mentioned it that like, yeah,
Oh, okay, there you
absolutely,
go.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I love Benedict Wong, and he took 100% inspiration, from him.
Okay. That's all that I'm saying. I'll call me racist. She's like,
No, I
fam.
didn't. I wasn't even
He
on
said,
that
he
episode
said
number
that's
one.
racist, bro. You
Number
can't
two,
you can't say that.
I just watched 9 days last night too, and he's in that, and I was like, yeah, I
Okay.
wasn't looking at it before, but now that you said that, like the dots connected.
So I feel vindicated. So the writer, the artist, they actually
Mhm.
said it is based on his like. Okay, so there you go. Yeah,
That might
I
have
dig
been
it,
a
man.
more of a situational thing where people think other people look like other people. You know what I mean? But not me.
Mm,
It couldn't be
okay,
me. So just to
man.
recap, Sergio's top three.
Yes, my top
Oh,
three.
my bad. That was
Hold
Damn.
on.
number
Wow.
three was. Go ahead. You want to go do your top three?
Wow. Can we throw that back
I
up
don't
there?
think slides work that way. I think they
Oh
only
man.
go.
Forward.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Okay.
only go
Al
forward.
clowning me this fine Sunday morning. I see how it is. My top three: Provenance of Secrets, number one. My number two, A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance, number two, and my number one is Maze Book, number three. And I do want to give a shout out and credits to the colorist, Chris
Yeah.
O'Halloran.
Mm-hmm.
Fan
Amazing
fucking
color.
tastic, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, this art's the art coloring, it looks familiar, and I couldn't place it. And then I took a look. I said, "Oh, Chris O'Halloran, it's got that same kind of texture as his other book, Time Before Time."
Mm-hmm.
And he did that neo pulpy noir book with shoot. It's set in Texas. I don't know if you guys have read it. It came out earlier in the year.
Doesn't seem familiar to me.
I'm gonna see if I can find it while you guys are doing your thing. But yeah, I mean, great stuff, guys. It was really. So I started off this week, and I told Elle this last night. I said nothing's really hitting for me. Just kind of just there, but it turned out to be pretty damn good week. Yeah, and then we got our amiga over here, Film Noir Girl. Five, like, come on, guys. It's like that. You don't make me throw that up there again. Don't make me tap the screen. Hit that like button, smash that like.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Joey, I feel like you're projecting again. That was what you told me. That's not my story to tell. That's yours, Joey.
Joey, he's making the live chats live, man. I know that guy. Elle, this week you have for us. What do you got? I got a boom. Guess the artist.
Yeah, close your eyes for a second. Hold on, because I don't know how to
let me know when I can look.
Let me know. Let me know.
We're on live TV here. What's going on? I'm gonna be.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah? Okay. I was gonna give you half a second more. I said, "Fuck it, I'm opening my bag."
I feel like I'm gonna be shamefully embarrassed here.
I dig it, man. Hey, you put together a nice little.
Yeah.
That's nice, Al.
Yeah, what I did was I used your template.
Oh, this is from a previous version. Okay.
And then I just cleaned it up because there was a lot of
some top
boxes
quality
going on.
Okay, I'm with it. So can you explain the game for us? What's going on here?
So I'm gonna show you some images, show you some names, and then guess who drew it. And I will go full disclaimer. I'm not super good with comic artists and stuff. So maybe you're going to read some of the names together and you're going to be like, they're not even born in the same century.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay, I'm with it.
So, it might be easy. It might be hard. I don't know.
So we want everybody who's watching at home, keep track of the score and play along. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's have a little bit of fun.
If Carlos wins, Sergio said he will do a whole episode, no hat.
Damn.
They were. Is that what I said?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
All
the
right.
pressure's on, man. The pressure is on.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it. I'm with it. Okay. All right. Carlo, throw the game, bro. Don't let me lose, bro. Don't let me lose.
Yo, so who do it? Jenny, or Jen?
This looks very much like Jen Bartel to me.
I can see that.
Definitely not Frizen. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
not Frizen. Jen Hickman. I can't say I'm too familiar with her art. Jen Bartel. I know Bartel likes that color palette. The purples and the blues and the pinks. But it also doesn't look like
like a cover art. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna let Carlos pick. You go first, bro. I got a strategy.
No, you know what? Jen Bartel is really a cover artist, and I don't even know what. No, this is Jen Hickman.
Yeah.
This is Jen Hickman because I can't remember of like interiors that Jen Bartel did, and I know her cover art, and this definitely looks like something that would be among her, like Elle. But I think this is Jen Hickman. I'm gonna go with Jen Hickman.
So we got a guess for Bartel there. Who the fuck is Huckman?
That's how you say it in Canada.
Is that how we say it up here in Canada? Huckman?
Huckman.
The eyes are pronounced as okay. Huckman. And then we got another C. Yeah. We got hold on. And then okay. Hey, listen, I'm going with C as well. Definitely not Frizen. That doesn't look like Jen Bartel's art style.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Hickman, but I am gonna go with her by process of elimination. What do we got?
It was Hickman.
There we go.
Let's do this. All right, 1 for 1. It's tied up.
Arthur, George, or Donnie?
Oh, this one I know.
Oh, I believe that this is George Perez. I'm gonna go with George Perez.
Sure, you want to stick with that one, bud?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with.
Give you an opportunity.
I think I'm gonna stick with George Perez.
Okay.
Yeah. You know this one. All right, go for it.
Who the heck is Don Heck?
I googled who draws Wonder Woman.
Who the heck is Don Heck? So what do we got here? We got
who has ever drawn?
We got Perez. We got our man Juan voting for Don Heck.
Don Heck.
I'm gonna say with confidence that is Mr. George Perez, legend, goat. Yeah. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep. Yes, sir. Hey, not playing around. I brought it today.
Hey, Carlos, maybe let Sergio answer one first, so he's not
Never
piggybacking.
Never mind. You can't switch up the rules in the middle of the game. Yeah. Oh, that's sick, bro.
That is dope.
Yes.
That is super dope.
Wow.
Damn.
Okay.
I am gonna go with Alvaro Martinez Bueno.
Carlos is bringing his A game. Either that or Al didn't bring it.
Or maybe I picked such good stuff that everybody.
Hey, listen, I love the trend. There's a name for this style of art. There, the sequential action sequences. There, the bottom panel there. I forget the name, but it's making. It's become very popular nowadays. I do know this is my main man Alvaro. As much as I love Adam Gorham and Jimenez art, this one belongs to Mr. Martinez Bueno.
Adam does one of your favorite Batmans, right?
Yeah. Adam, yes, Adam makes my
your favorite,
ma'am. Okay.
Who drew it? Right. Tormy, Romita Jr., or McDonald?
This is McDonald.
Damn, bro. Give me a chance, fam. Jeez. Let me mull it over. Okay. Who do we have here? Okay. I gotta say, listen, in all honesty, this one I can't. I'm not familiar with seeing Tormy. That's definitely not JRGR because so I mean Andy McDonald. So I'm trying to go back to I Breed the Body. uh this main portion of the panel doesn't really look at it, but then I look at that top left, and I can
Mm.
kind of see it. I can kind of see it, and if I'm being 100% honest, Carlos said that with such confidence that he was like, bro, really? So he's like, this not impressed at all. Carlos is just like, wow. I thought y'all were trying to stump us.
No, I told you I googled who draws comics, and then
Cookie's calling me out here. I tried to play it up. I'm like, that doesn't look like Ian. I'm trying to see a little bit of hey. I'm gonna have to go with Mr. Andy McDonald, and just to make it fair, the next couple picks I'll go first. Okay,
All right.
I don't want no accusations of no more. I'm being called out here. I'm being called out.
Sabine,
Hey,
Maria,
so
or
we're tied up
Fiona?
with 4. How many more do we have?
Maybe one more.
This last one?
No, maybe one more.
After this one?
Maybe. I don't. I don't
okay.
remember.
Yo.
Okay, so this could potentially be the
Yo, I'll go first again with this one if you want. I'll go first again. You want to go first again? I'll go first again. Let me go first again. 100% Sabine Rich. 100%.
Yeah?
100%.
Okay. Man, he's so confident.
Mm-hmm.
He's so confident. I should know this because I've picked up at least one of these for Elle.
You've picked up several of these covers from this person.
Porcelain? Man.
No, but not just the porcelain, others.
Yeah?
That she's done, yeah.
So what do we got here? Joey's saying it isn't Maria. We got a C, Fiona Staples. Fiona Staples from Saga. That doesn't look Saga-ish, if I'm being on, or maybe the bottom one does a little bit, eh? Yeah. Man, I almost feel like I have to go with A. Listen, I said let me go first because I probably would have leaned towards Maria Lovett. Joey's going with Sabine. Hey, I'm going with the crowd. Let's go A. Sabine Rich. We got Oscar. He's got the funny A there. How'd you do that, bro?
How'd you do that?
How'd you do that? You got a little baby A.
New segment. Oscar, how'd you do that?
Man, okay, Sabine Rich. Okay, so 5-5. If there's one more, I don't know. Otherwise we end up. Okay, one more.
You go first.
I'll go first. Let's make it interesting.
You go first.
Okay. George Corona, Dan Mora. That's not Mora. That's not Muti. Andrea Muti's got a very distinct style. I'm gonna say with confidence, Mr. Corona.
It's Andrea Moody. C.
What? Mm-hmm. Is it? You're making me nervous there.
Very early, like 2000, early 2010s.
Wow.
And I did that on purpose because I knew you probably only knew his more recent.
Wow.
I got you not wearing a hat next week.
Alpha nasty.
No hat. No hat.
Nasty. She's like, let me throw it back to early Muti work before he switched up his style. Hey, yo. That's sneakiness right there.
Oh, well, this is the last one.
Oh, so I have a chance. Okay, so it's currently what, 6-5. My man Carlos is in the lead. Okay. Oh, this is good. This is good. Let's see if anybody in the audience. We got another. I still had this up. Am I going first? I'll go first. My man Jason Liu from Toronto. Boom. He's gonna come through for me. She's laughing. She's like, "You stupid fam. You about to lose." You're making me really nervous now. We got
Carlos. We really need you to pull this one out. Carlos. No pressure.
Hmm.
Yeah, she stumped us with this one.
Yeah, it's starting with this
Yeah,
one.
I gotta say, it feels nice to see Carlos a little. He's not so confident. He's just like, hey.
Not with this one.
This one, I actually did my research, and I researched all three of them.
But
Well, two of them I'm familiar with, but yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with Jonathan Luna because that was my first pick. I gotta stick with it.
Oh, really? Okay, who we got?
Carlos,
Who we
you
got?
disappoint us.
Oh,
Who we got?
Who is
My
it?
man Lou.
Yeah. And you know
Yeah.
what? When I was looking too, I was like,
didn't
well, I
know.
can't do the lizard one because I remember you got like the signed. So I'm like, I can't. So I have to find a different one that he did that's not all nighter or after lift.
Right
I'm not
there.
gonna lie. I didn't know. But hey,
No.
I feel though that because we tied and this is your show, like it has to default to me, man. You had to destroy me. You had to destroy me. You had to destroy me.
The chat chooses. The chat gets to pick who wins. Chat is tiebreaker.
Chad is the time.
Y'all
Wow.
trying to see
Tiebreaker.
Sergio's forehead next week or not?
Man,
Chat is the tiebreaker.
hey, my people's in the chat. Don't let me down, bro. Yo, don't let me down. Cookie, where you at? Please give me a vote. Dragon Ranger, Tara, Oscar, Joey, Juan. You know, represent for the Latinos, man. Come on, baby. Don't let me down, bro. Yeah. Hey. Oh wow. Look at that. Damn, bro. Damn, bro. It's like. No, I thought we were over here. What's going on, man?
They have spoken.
Jeez, pelon. Oh, my man is saying, yo, you gotta go pelon.
Yo,
okay.
pelon.
Okay.
Pelon, man.
Okay.
All right.
My man. See, this is why Dragon Range is my OG homie. You know, the only one. Yo, hey, Dragon Ranger, I'm gonna hit you up in the DM. There, I got a little song. Cookie. I sent you the House of Nerd care package, and she.
Cookie.
Wow.
Oh no!
Wow.
You don't have to share that.
Wow.
He said it's falling off as well.
Hey, what does that do with it? Maybe I like rocking my hands, bro. Okay. Wow. Okay. I mean, listen. I'm saying it right now. You guys switched up the rules of the game, but hey, let's do it up next week. You're gonna. Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Oh,
I'll take that out.
Yo, I have to say, Elle, like you did a pretty good job, and I'm not gonna lie.
That was fun.
That was fun.
So much.
Thank you
so much for carrying that.
I put in I spent all week, really poring over, Google, and it was tough. I woke up this morning to make it. Woke up at 6:00.
I asked her pretty much every day this week. I said, how's the game coming along? Oh, it's coming along lovely. Then I asked her last night. We all said, perfect. Crickets, nothing. Okay. This morning, she's like, yeah, homie.
What game?
What game?
Look, I told him yesterday. I said I'm working on the game. Technically, I did. I deleted who drew it and wrote guess the artist. And then I went to bed.
Wow, she changed the cover page. Yeah, y'all are savages. My man Dragon Ranger. I appreciate you, buddy. A real one. That's my guy right there. Okay. Next week should be interesting. Next week. Yeah, okay. Thank you. But it's cold up in here, up in Toronto, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buzz out the razor, baby. Silky smooth. Hey, thank you so much, Elle, for putting that together. That was a whole lot of fun.
That was fun.
A lot of fun.
I love that.
And let the record officially show it was a tie. Officially show it was a tie. I don't take no else here, baby. What's next? We got Cobra Drop. So, one of my favorite segments, Cop or Drop. The premise of this, for the new viewers, each week we vote on a book to read for the next week. So last week we chose to read What's the Furthest Place from Here, number 1. It is a Boom Studios title. So we
Image, I
read
think,
it.
right?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is Image. Apologies.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Carlos, you distracted me there, bro. I'm all discombobulated now. I don't know what to say. Don't you're embarrassing me in public, bro.
No embarrassment.
Okay, I
Only
should have
love,
let
man.
you know
Only
before.
love.
I
Only
let
love.
that one slide. I let you know. I should have let you know before the show. That don't ever correct me on live. Never correct me on live. Okay, Elle had to sign a contract. She said, "Really? Okay, don't ever correct me on
All
live."
love, baby. All love.
Now I'm playing, bro. What's the furthest place from here? Number one. A lot of discourse, guys. I've seen on the socials regarding this book. There was a lot of hype. This is one of those books. Lots of talk. So I was excited to dig into this. Carlos, why don't we kick it off with you? What are your thoughts on what's the furthest place from here? Number one, it's from Tyler Boss and Matthew Rosenberg.
Honestly, man, I didn't know what I was expecting from the book. I decided to actually not even read the synopsis. Kind of like you mentioned that you go into books. I typically tend to read the synopsis just to get an idea of, is this really something that I want to, spend money on? Just because there's so many books out there, man, and there's times that, hey, you got to make a decision, right? I mean, your comic budget can only stretch so far.
Mhm.
But I did read Boss and Rosenberg's Four Kids Walk Into a Bank.
Mhm.
And
Critically acclaimed.
yo, I personally love that, man. So I had to give it a shot. And initial thoughts, I'm gonna cop it, man, because there's so many things going on. It's post-apocalyptic, but it's not post-apocalyptic with like your usual monsters and zombies and all of that stuff. At least up until now, there are some shadowy figures, but this seems like it's going to be a very personal story. And the writing is great. I really enjoyed that each character because this is a pretty large cast. There's a lot of characters. There's a lot of names. But each character felt like their own individual person, and I don't really know exactly what's going on yet. But it seems like this is a world where kids live in like tribes, in groups, and they can only stay together until they reach adulthood. And once they reach adulthood, they have to leave these tribes that they form, and they need to go out into the world. And it seems to be like a very harsh world out there. What happens when they're adults, and what kind of world they go into, we don't know. But it's a unique story, and I'm not typically at a loss for words in like describing a book, but this one I feel myself not really being able to say much without spoiling it, because I feel like people need to really experience this book to get that to get the tone, I guess, of what the book is all about. But it's highly enjoyable, and there's a lot of rules, to this world, and I think that they're very interesting rules as far as how society seems to function, and how these tribes function, and we don't know why kids have to live together, and why adults are not allowed in these tribes, and they're not allowed in the certain neighborhoods where these kid groups and kid families live. So there's a lot of mystery, and there's a lot of stuff that I want answers to. The artwork is great. I love it. It's very colorful. You don't get the sense of that post-apocalyptic world where it's a lot of grays, a lot of a lot of
kind of that bleak look,
exactly. Monochromatic kind of look. this looks like, hey, it's got life, it's got color. And I attribute that to the fact that this book is going to have a lot to do with music. And both Boss and Rosenberg mentioned that, music is really the driving force behind this book. And I enjoy that. So you definitely get those pop of colors, and it brings the story to life. So I want to find out more about what's going on. I connected with the main character. Her name is Sid. I believe she's pregnant.
Are you pregnant, Carlos?
Huh?
You pregnant as well?
Not me, man.
I'm just saying you connected. No, not in that sense.
Not me. But I really connected with her because she doesn't know what she really wants necessarily, out of the situation that she finds herself in, but she wants to experience more and get answers, to why they're in the situation that they're in. And I guess I just connected her on like a human level because she felt very real. She felt like someone that I would want to be friends with if I were stuck in a situation like this, and if I were stuck in a world like this. So
okay,
I love them, man. I wanna get issue 2, and I wanna learn more. I'll be honest, I really haven't seen much of the discourse online, but I would love to hear more about it from you, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into my thoughts. Elle, do you want to share what you thought about what's the furthest place from here, or you want me to go first? I can go first.
I don't have much to say about it, to be honest. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
But I felt like it kind of fell into like that gimmicky thing where I think you can include music and have music be like another character in a story, but sometimes, like, I don't know, sometimes it feels too on the nose. And this is one of the situations where I was like, yeah. I like Rosenberg, I like Boss. Dead Dog's Bite, it was like one of my favorite series this year.
Nice.
But like for me, like I don't know. I don't really know what I was expecting out of it. It wasn't this. And so and I think a lot of the gimmicky hype around it kind of like left a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah.
I get that. I understand. So for those who don't know, a lot of the discourse, there's people are upset, and rightfully so. They released a deluxe vinyl edition of this book that comes with a 7-inch record, and how you guys are saying music does play a big part in this book. Boss and Rosenberg are really, they're trying to create an immersive experience, create the synergy with music and the book. So people are upset because a lot of people pre-ordered this way before FOC, and specifically in regards to the vinyl, it got heavily allocated, where very few people are actually who ordered
So
are
what,
actually
2%?
getting the book. Yeah, so a lot of people are upset about that. And it's unfortunate. I guess they didn't see that. I guess they didn't think the demand was be there like that. To touch on Elle's point of they're trying to make the connection with the music, and it did seem a little too on the nose. I'm gonna have to agree with that a little bit, because it didn't seem organic. It seemed to play to like, hey, cop this record, cop this vinyl as well. This story, like I'm gonna compare it to, and maybe it's not fair, but I'm gonna compare it to Blue and Green. It's about this jazz musician, trying to find out, kind of secrets of his past, and the jazz scene. It really plays music a large part into that story and the experience. Blue and Green, my all-time favorite book, but it was very organic. Versus this, it felt like it. I don't want to say it was like a marketing ploy. I'd say that'd be unfair, but it didn't. I just say it didn't feel as organic as that.
Mm,
Um, as I didn't go in, I didn't know what to expect going into this,
mhm.
and
This felt like a hodgepodge of like tropes of like this kind of like, you know, punkish like, and
mhm,
then with the masks and the different factions, it just felt
yeah,
it felt a little too tropey.
Mm,
yeah,
mhm.
and I think that's fair. Um, what I do want to point out is the art. I did love the art.
Oh yeah,
Like
fantastic.
really, really
Fantastic.
dig the art, man.
Mhm.
Uh yeah. And I like Carlos. I really dig your point of that, the vibrant, look and color palette. It really plays into that musical aspect, right? Music, it's gonna a lot of times uh gonna make you feel stuff. But then you also did have those muted color tones when you see like the greater landscape of the world, right? So
Right.
it's the different notes, right,
Yeah.
if you will, different flavor.
Oh,
um
I like that. Yeah, actually, really good point there, man. I like that.
yeah. So the art was top notch. I loved it. um the story itself, it was, i was like almost like kind of 50-50
I'm
Hmm.
just not
whether
invested.
to
Yeah.
continue this. But I'm gonna cop issue number 2 because it did enough to pique my interest, to hook me and say I want to know what the heck is going on.
Hmm.
uh you know um so it's a cop for me.
Hmm.
um yeah, I leave it at that. It's a cop for me. There was enough going on in this world, in this issue,
Cool.
that I'm like, hey, I want to know where the story goes. I think that's the easiest way to put it without complicating things. Al, would you say it's a cop or it's a drop for you?
For me, it's a drop. I'm not gonna pick up number two.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hey,
Um,
fair enough.
so I'm curious to hear what everybody else in the live chat. Cookie, she's gonna cop this. She liked the story,
Me
the
too.
art. Yeah, I definitely agree. The art was for me the strong point. Um, and we all know how Joey feels. Joey's very upset about not getting his vinyl, uh, and rightfully so.
Sorry, man. That
Uh,
sucks.
yeah, a lot of people were in that same boat, man. It is
Would
unfortunate.
Sergio and Elle, would you guys say that if someone didn't really care much about like getting the vinyl, would you say that this negative discourse, that people have been seeing, do you think that played or could potentially play any role in whether people are going to view the series differently? Um, and the reason why I'm asking is because I knew about the vinyls that were coming out just from the solicitations
Mhm.
and seeing some posts on social media here and there, but I really didn't care about getting the vinyl. And I'll be honest, with how many books I'm picking up, I wasn't gonna get this until maybe later down the road and potentially trade read it. The
Yeah.
only reason why I got it was because the both of you were kind enough to invite me on your show this week, and this is
Mhm.
one of the books that we were going to be talking about.
Yeah.
So I picked it up going into it really not knowing much, and I loved it, man. I mean, I actually really enjoyed it. So I'm just wondering what you guys' thoughts are on how the whole vinyl thing could potentially really affect when someone opens up the book and they're reading the story, and if there may be some negative feelings lingering there. Is what I'm trying to ask.
Well, I think with any book where there was this much hype behind it,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it was just built up a little too high, and
They
Okay.
did it
people
to they
maybe.
shot themselves in the foot with this because they marketed a certain way, and then like what, a week before it comes out, oh hey, sorry, only like two of you guys are gonna get it, like
Mm,
per
Yeah.
section or whatever.
okay.
Mhm.
And so then now you're creating a scarcity. And Matthew Rosenberg actually in his newsletter last week, he kind of touched on between the paper shortage and the vinyl shortage, and
Mhm.
the shipping issues, and then
Mhm.
the ransomware attack. He felt like
Oh,
he was really put at a disadvantage, you know, with the book dropping when it is.
Hmm.
And I get that, but also like Image, I felt like dropped the ball big time
sure.
on this
Yeah.
one. And I think that the hype and the book, it kind of went hand in hand on this, because I would, like you, Carlos, I wasn't gonna read this. I was gonna trade wait.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
felt like Dead Dogs Bite. I read issue to issue, but I would like, that's a trade read in my opinion. And so I was gonna trade weight this, and so I still feel like I would probably read a trade for it, but I'm not invested
Hmm.
enough to pick up number two.
Yeah.
That's fair. I see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm.
Yeah. That's it.
So how it works here in the House of Nerd show, we got 2 out of 3, the majority. So officially, it's a cop from the House of Nerd squad. Um, yeah, I mean, listen, I'm gonna pick up issue number 2. Uh, Again, I'm curious to see where it goes.
Yeah.
So I think there's something in this book that a lot of people can enjoy. You know, maybe kind of don't pay attention to the hype. It's not without its issues for sure. And one thing is I love hearing, uh now Carlos, you found a new book that you're really into.
Yeah.
Always, and that's what we're doing here, man. We're
Yeah.
just trying to spread the word, and create that discourse on good books, excuse me, that people can enjoy.
Yeah.
um there was a comment here, Juan. Listen, bro, I'll take any opportunity to hype up Blue and Green. Man, that's an all timer, a classic, a classic, a classic, a
I wrote
true
that down,
immersive,
man. I
a
wrote it down.
true immersive experience, bro. It's so good. That is Ram V and Adnan Anand RK on that one. Um, Great stuff, man. For me, it's my favorite book all time. Second
Very cool.
half, we're gonna pitch to you, Carlos, and to the audience a book for Copper Drop. What we're gonna read next week. And Al, I'm kicking it off. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm kicking it off. So my pick, guys.
Oh,
Radio Apocalypse #1.
yes.
Speaking of Ram and Anand,
Yes.
hey, they're back, baby. They're back. As doing comics, man. Ooh, listen, I've been Dave. So there's been some delays with this book, and they've been teasing it. I want to say for like at least a year now, if not
Mhm.
more. Uh Radio Apocalypse. Look, we already got the people are hyped.
I'm so excited, man. I
Yo,
am so excited.
yo, the people are hyped, and rightfully so, man. So we here at the House of Nerd Show, we had the opportunity to read it.
Oh,
So I've read this already. Yeah, yeah. We read an advanced review. Listen, listen. Uh, this is good. This is good. Ram V is to me the
dope.
the top the top writer in the game right now, and Radio Apocalypse just another reason proves why he
All
is
right.
the best in the game, man. And the art, you know what I love about Anand is, man, he switches up his style to fit the story being told. Okay, if you look at each one of the books he's teamed up with Ram, Blue and Green, completely different style than what we're looking at here.
Mhm.
Blue and Green art style I'd compare it to. Are you guys familiar with Martin Simmons from Department of
Hmm.
Truth?
Yes. Yeah.
Something very similar to that. Then he's got another one. We're gonna share in the laughs. No,
Oh, I was laughing at Taurus.
I know, I saw that. I was waiting. I
Uh,
was waiting for you to interject. Okay, but listen, yeah, she's quivering. She knows. She knows. She's taking this
I'm about
L.
to leave right now. This is
She's
my last
taking this L.
show.
That's why she didn't. She didn't. Yeah. Radio Apocalypse, guys. This is it. This is the one. Uh, and I tell you right now, man, issue #1 uh, does not disappoint. Carlos, you're gonna love it. You're gonna
Okay.
love it. This is
All
it,
right.
bro. This is it. So
I'm excited.
no matter what Elle comes up with, I'm winning this today, baby. You know,
All
I'm
right.
bringing the heat. I'm bringing
All
the
right.
heat.
As always,
All right.
Sergio giving a pitch with no synopsis. No,
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
never mind. Never mind. I hit the hard point.
Hmm.
Ram, Anand on art. Okay.
Hmm.
You know, this is it. This is it, baby. I let you pitch. You pitch. You pitch.
All
Okay,
right.
you
Okay.
you.
Okay.
So
So
my pick is gonna change the banner. So I'm gonna go with Apocalypse Radio. It's pretty much the same. The same.
hold
But
on.
listen, hear me
Hold
out. My
on.
covers. I picked. What's that?
Hold on. Hold on. You
I'm
piggybacking
sorry.
here. What's going on here?
You had your time to talk.
You can't. You get
It's my turn.
this is
So
not how
it's
Capper Drop
everybody
works.
who said Sergio. Can you guys all say my name now in the chat?
I don't think you're
I would
playing the game right
appreciate
here.
it.
This is not how we play Copper Drop. What's happening
Wow,
here?
look at these covers. Look, this is the
Beautiful.
Hutchison Cates one. Oh, I'm obsessed with it. So good.
What is happening here?
What's the furthest place from here? I felt like Radio Apocalypse accomplished what that was trying to do in
Ooh.
terms of
Okay.
synergy with music. This and
Okay.
Rom has a really like wonderful way of writing things musically. It's very poetic how he writes, and this book like there's a sequence towards the end just phenomenal, like hands down like one of my
Why are
favorite.
y'all giving her flowers? She's piggybacking my pick. You can't. This is not how we play. Oh, what's happening here?
So like I was saying, Rom has a
Thank
way
you,
of
Ruben. Thank you.
Ruben and block. How do you block people from here?
Wow.
Oh
Continue.
yes.
Continue with your pitch.
Well,
Don't
it
let me
looks like I
interrupt.
won already, so
Don't let me hold on. Hold on.
what happened?
How is this happening? Everybody's voting L's pick?
Yeah.
Like, wow. I think she hit the nail on it. This is a bloodless coup. Man. Okay. All right.
Yeah. These colors, though, man. What?
So
It's
and notice
crazy.
that this image was on my pitch, not his. So I really wanted to highlight the different use of colors depending on the characters that, you know.
Totally stole my thunder. I thought I had it, baby, in the bag, and she just
Joey, I
usurped my
thought
pick.
we were friends. So another block.
Yo.
It's 2
Okay,
blocks in a
so
row.
listen, since you were knocking because I didn't give a synopsis, hit us with a synopsis. Was
So
good.
it's about an apocalypse and a radio, right?
Mm.
So there's a radio tower. It's really good, guys. Yeah, it's fantastic.
The title fits.
Man,
Sergio, did you want to give a synopsis?
I will say this is very much, guys, another it's very much like Blue and Green in the sense music plays a part. It creates this fully immersive reading experience. And there's a moment. So I think somewhere like the forward to the book, Ram's got a little like a little letter kind of, you know, setting out what he's trying to do with this book. And so in the forward, he says, you know, there's a lyric, there's a song that kind of pops up during the course of the book, and he's like, I want you guys, the readers, to play this as you're reading this, and to get that fully immersive experience. And when you come across it, you know, you're not gonna miss it. It's there. I played it, and I'm not gonna tell you what song, and I'm gonna tell you at what point what happens. So I wasn't familiar with the song, like I didn't know it, but I played it. I read it, and my dude, when I tell you, I don't think I've ever been moved the way I have.
Whoa.
Reading something cinematic. Else, how else would you describe it?
It was honestly like chills. It was so good. It was like a movie. Like the end, and honestly, like, you know, there's always stories about, you know, families reuniting and being split up, and, you know, like it's not a news story necessarily, but with that song playing, oh my gosh, chills, so
Man.
good.
It is so good, man. It really is. And listen, guys, there's a method to our madness here. So, on the House of Nerd, we're dropping next week. I believe Tuesday, right? Al?
Mhm.
We're uploading a review of Radio Apocalypse #1. We had a chance to read it, a while back now. Um, and I'm gonna say it right now, man. This is one of the best books
Mhm.
of the year for me. I'd put it like
Damn.
top 3, top
Yo,
5.
yo,
Uh,
Sergio, like
so
you're getting me a little bit too excited here, man. Like,
my man,
damn.
I'm telling you, it's good, bro.
Good.
All right.
This is it. Officially, Carlos, uh, you're voting for my pick or Al's pick.
All right.
This is important, bro.
Mm.
Remember who invited you onto the show, buddy.
It's true, man.
Remember who approved it.
Oh, all right.
It's true. Wow. She's gonna wow. Okay.
Yo, I have to say, Elle approved it, and she, created a really, really fun, game for us to play. And this, this pic and this image that she showed, man, like it really got me. So I have to go for Elle's pick this week, man. I'm sorry, Sergio.
Carlos, you're a real one.
Sorry,
Joey,
Sergio.
I think the
Wow.
book when it's in print might have QR codes.
Sorry,
We
man.
got an advanced
Wow.
reader, so it wasn't finalized yet.
Sorry,
But I
bro.
can't imagine that they
Okay,
wouldn't put
Carlos, I
one
see.
in.
It's okay, homie. Hey. Al,
You
I
want to
can't-
put
I
up
can't
that
knock
my
the
pick
hustle. I
one?
can't
You
knock
want
the
to put
hustle.
up the
She-
Elle's
she-
pick
she took
banner?
a treat. She went savage. She doesn't play around. Okay, cool. So we're reading.
You know what's crazy is I offered to go first, and he was like, "No, no, 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 no. I'm, I'm taking lead on Copper Drop."
Man, stop playing, bro. Hey, stop playing. Stop playing. So, guys, next week, if you're not already, pick this up. This is it, bro. This is oof, good. And sometimes I feel like, man, I don't want to overhype things, because then some like what happened with what's the furthest place from here.
Yeah.
It gets built up too much and then disappointment. But I feel like this won't. It's gonna hit. Man, so I'm hype. Despite Elle, that's some crazy tactics there, man.
Here, Sergio. You presented it. You got me hooked. You hyped it up for me, and then Elle just came in and just closed it, man. Like,
Masterfully played, or
ABC, always be closing,
always
right?
closing.
Oh,
Always be
okay.
closing. Always
Okay.
be closing.
Okay. All right.
So
Let's see what you did there. So before we get out of here, it's just about that time. Hey, listen, guys, we have so we teased it earlier in the week, man. We are hype. We're hype. We're proud to be dropping tomorrow, Monday. We've got for you a special edition of the House of Nerd. The Casa de Nerd presents to you a discussion with Julio Anta, the writer of Home. A book very near and dear to me, one of my favorites. I think it's required reading. Very important message. So we're dropping that tomorrow. And here's a little teaser. Here's a little taste of what we've got coming out tomorrow. A special, we got Latinos creators coming up, man, making big moves in the game right now. I think that's very important thing, representation, and seeing us Latinos winning, man. And not only that, but just putting out amazing content that everybody can enjoy.
For sure.
So coming out tomorrow, man. We had the pleasure, the honor of sitting down with con Julio, and it was a great discussion. We got into some of the kind of the heartbreaking U.S. Southern border policies that all that kind of situation has been going on down there for several years, and the importance of Latino representation in the comic medium. So definitely, guys, check it out, man. It's some great stuff. And the good buddy, our homie Ruben. You saw him there. He was able to take part of that with us. So man, listen, check that out, guys. We think it was a great discussion, eh? Al,
Hmm.
what do you think?
Yeah, you
And
had a great discussion.
and you're gonna see Al had some like great thoughts and great
Mm.
points that she brought up. So I want you guys to pay close attention to the things she
Hmm.
said during that interview, because I think you're gonna be heavily impressed. Um, yeah, yeah.
Very
Uh,
cool.
I think before we get out of here, we got one more thing, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna leave that up to you. You do it.
Oh,
You do it. You do it up. You do it up.
So next week we have the creators of Darling on, and you, Todd Hunt, and Michael Flyzak.
Yep.
Is that how you say it?
Michael Flycheck, maybe, yeah.
And so they'll be on next Sunday to discuss Darling.
Next Sunday. Next Sunday.
dope.
Man, we are hyped, guys. Darling creators, writers, Michael Fleishak and Todd Hunt. They're gonna be hanging out with us here on the House of Nerd Show, live in full effect. And man, listen, man, I love doing this show because Darling, bro. Honestly, one of the best books to come out this year, man. I loved it. Carlos, have you checked it out?
I was gonna say, man, I haven't checked that out. I remember seeing it. Like the so this is just hasn't been one of the books that I've jumped on. But if you
Yeah.
guys have the stamp of approval on it, it's something that I'm gonna have to check out when I go visit the shop this week, man.
Listen, Carlos, man. Again, a trippy, psychedelic
Okay.
ride. Uh, you know, um, it came in under the radar. I feel like definitely needs to be spoken about more than it is. But man, is it good?
So this
Okay.
is
So,
just
so
ahead of the trade release. So
yes,
right, the
thank
trade
you.
release, yeah.
For sure, yeah. So the trade paperback, and perfect timing here. The trade paperback releasing on Wednesday the 24th. Also,
Okay.
just before the release date. So perfect time to tune in. And if you guys haven't checked it out, pick up that trade, pick up the singles, man. Uh, it's dope, bro. This dope, and that is a Wolverine homage cover, man.
Yep.
How sick is that? That's cool. That's dope. So we're hyped. Next week,
All right.
Darling Creators, be here, come hang out. Hey, my man One Shot Comics. What's going on? Thanks for coming out, man. We're just about to get out of here. We're about to wrap this up, but I appreciate you guys coming through nonetheless, man. So Elle, we're hyped, no?
Hmm.
Are you hyped?
Oh, hype! Yeah,
Are you good?
one of the trippiest books I've read this year.
It is good, right?
Hmm.
Did you finish? Did you read number 4 yet? Or?
No, I was saving number 4 for the show.
Oh, okay. And he's a newbie. He's new here, but hey, we appreciate you coming out, man. Checking out the show. If you missed it, tomorrow we got dropping an interview with Julio Anta, the writer of Home, from Image Comics. Next week we've got the Darling creators coming through, and feel free to check out that replay, buddy. Elle curated an amazing game of Guess the Artist.
Yep.
My man Carlos came out on top. Technically, it was a tie, but maybe I shouldn't even spoil it. Go back, hit that rewind button, enjoy it, guys. Hey, thank you guys, everybody in the live chats for coming through, man. You understand? It means a lot to see you guys being a part of the show, participating, coming and hang out with us. It makes this show that much more fun. So thank you
And
to
thanks to
everybody.
Pink Buzz for Friday for having me and Sergio on Friday night.
Yes, Yes. So Pink Buzz, they celebrated 25 episodes, man, on Friday. And we were lucky enough they invited us, the House of Nerd squad, to be a part of that celebration, man. Had a great time with that. So go check out their channel, YouTube channel. Butthole, man, they're doing great stuff, man. Highlighting a lot of indie creator content, man. Yeah, I full-heartedly agree here with Film Noir. Uh, Hit that replay with the Pink Buzz, man. They're doing dope stuff, man. And hey, that Joker box, I know, eh, buddy? It's a custom one too. That's a custom. I actually that's wrapped. That's wrapped with the posters from the three Jokers.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So I got like a whole stack of the posters. So it was wrapped. Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, those are all three of those are custom made boxes, man. So, and for those who don't know, Joey P, part of that Pink Buzz crew. So yeah, man, check out their channel, man. They're doing dope stuff. Even though Elle copied my picks on that episode, but you guys go check it out and see what I mean. Carlos, my man, my dude, thank you so much for coming through, bro.
Thank you guys. Honestly, it was an absolute blast. Sergio,
I had a
always
great time with you, bro. Had a great time with you.
Thanks, man. Sergio, it's always a pleasure seeing you and everything that you post on Instagram, man. Just enjoy it. I had a really fun time. Elle, thank you again for the fun game, and I'm looking really forward to Radio Apocalypse. So thank you guys. Thank you for everybody in the chat and for allowing me to be a part of today's show. It was a blast.
Hey, listen, bro. We're gonna have to bring you back on for sure, man.
I love it, man.
I love just your take, your perspective on comics, man. Is dope stuff. Everybody, go check out his Instagram. So it's the same as your tag here, Omni City Comics on Instagram.
Omni City Comics. Yep.
There you go. Check it out. Hit him up, man. That's it for this week. Elle, where can everybody find you at?
So I'm at Not Exactly Legit on Twitter, Instagram. That's it.
You got your blog. It's in the description of the video.
At notexactlylegit.com. And then I do pods every now and then.
But it's dope. Listen, and our regulars, they know Al's got some of the most just eloquent, man. Good stuff, man. Her comic stuff, man, is no joke. She's on point, man. I love reading her reviews on the social. So check out it's notexactlylegit.com.
Yeah, notexactlylegit.com.
Okay. All right, there you go. And you guys know, hit me up on Facebook, Insert Name Comics, search it up, check it out. I'm your comics plug, man. I love connecting you dope readers with these dope books, man. And I gotta post that Nick's exclusive variant, man. There's some cool stuff. I got some other stuff. Thank you guys again so much for coming out, man. Everybody in the live chats, they love you, Carlos. We need you. They want you back on. They're demanding it.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Demanding it, bro. This has been the House of Nerds show, episode 31. Hey, man, it was a great time. I think we're back here next week with Darlene. Yeah. All right, guys. Have a great Sunday. Yeah.